Hey everyone. Hey, if you're watching this, I am putting this out here for my fellow veterans that are getting home loans out in the market. It's sort of like mortgage beware, my friends. And what I'm talking about here is I have a client that got a VA loan a few years ago, not with me, with somebody else. And they were using a down payment assistance program. Now, I'm going to say right up front, down payment assistance programs they're fantastic as long as you know what you're getting involved with. So in this scenario, you got a veteran. Now, a VA loan qualifies for 100% financing. That means 100% of the purchase price can be financed with a VA. So that's fantastic, right? So why would they need down payment assistance? Well, the down payment assistance might be needed to cover closing costs. But what you need to understand is that most of the time, I would say 95% of the time or more, the sellers are the builder, seller, or whoever will be able to invest or give a concession in this point or help with the down payment and closing costs. No down payment, but they can help with the closing costs. So they can pay all of the closing costs, folks. So why would that veteran need a down payment assistance from the city, county, state where they're at? They technically should not need that. They should be able to ask the seller, whoever that is, in this case it was a builder, to cover that closing cost, or they could come up with it themselves. Now, all those things aside, and it's the only way they can get in the house is to use one of these down payment assistance programs. I understand that. In this case, that was not the case. He could have came in with his own money. He also could have had the seller negotiate the seller paying either part or most of the closing costs, and he would not have needed the down payment assistance program. Now, two things happened. One, this person would have got a lower interest rate if they did not utilize that specific down payment assistance program. Number two, they had to get a second mortgage or lien from the state for their closing costs. So let's say they got $8,400 in closing costs as a loan from the state at 0% interest, which is fantastic. But what he didn't understand is that is not a forgivable loan. Some of these down payment assistance programs, they have grants that are forgivable after a period of time. Those are phenomenal, I think. But he was not aware of that. So, one, he got a little bit higher interest rate. Number two, he had to have a second lien against his property. Well, that was all fine and dandy. He got into his home. He had no clue. This is what was being told to him. And then what happens? Now, he wants to take advantage of the lower interest rates because the interest rates have come down, and he wants to lower his payment. And VA has a fantastic program. It's called a VA IRRRLs. You don't have to have an appraisal. You don't have to have income documentations. You're basically doing a rate reduction. And this has been great for him. The problem is he has a second lien against the property. And in order to do that, he would have to get that lien subordinated. And they will not allow him to subordinate that lien. And so in this case, he would have to come in with that money and pay that off. And then we could do a VA IRRRLs for this veteran, which he does not have that money. Or we turn around and try to do a VA cash out. It's only two options with VA. It's either cash out refinance or it's a VA IRRRLs. So cash out refi. What's the problem there? The max they will do, and not all lenders will do it, is 100% of the original value. So if you bought the house, let's say for $280,000, that's perfectly fine. Well, he hasn't paid the principal down enough to be able to cover that, and he has a second lien against it of $8,400. So not only would he owe $280,000, he really owes $280,000 plus $8,400, so $288,400. Now you see the dilemma. So the only option he really has either is to pay off that second lien to be able to take advantage of these lower interest rates today on the VA IRRRLs, or we are going to have to do a 100% cash out and hope that the VA appraiser appraises the house for enough value so that we can cover that second lien that is on there regarding the down payment assistance program. See, folks, you need to understand this. You need to know what you're getting involved with. It was not explained to this person. Now we're in a situation to where this veteran can't take advantage of lowering his payment by about $200, maybe $300 a month compared to the current rate that he's at, because he was not aware of this second on the property. It just was not explained to him at the time. I mean, this stuff needs to be explained. Not all down payment assistance programs are the same. I know some fantastic down payment assistance programs out there, but with a veteran, that is the last resort. You should not have to do a down payment assistance program because you aren't putting any money down. It just irks me that this happened. And I'm sure he's not the only person that this is happening to. Just want to let you know out there that this could be a possibility. Maybe you're stuck in one right now. You can always reach out to me, DM me. Maybe we can help you, or at least get you to the right folks that can help you, or whatever. But I just want you to be aware. You need to be aware of these down payment assistance programs, and you need to understand what is going on.